Hello gamers, and welcome to another preview video for the upcoming Tribute to Normandy 44 DLC for Steel Division 2. I'm recording as quickly as I can, and we're going to look at 9th Panzer Division, created in 1940 and participated on the Western Front, then Eastern Front, then it was moved to France. And in the game it is supported by the Schnelle Abteilung 512 and also elements of the 709th Infantry Division, which is another 15th wave division. And as you can see here, it plays a bit like a mechanized infantry division, and there's no heavy tanks, so no Panthers. Even though I think the Panther wasn't classified as a heavy tank in the German doctrine, but it's debated, I think. Alright, let's take a look. Infantry slots, very good for Panzer Division. Recon also very good. There will be some very interesting units. Tank, tab, cheap and decent, should carry you through the game. Support, not too great, but okay. Anti-tank decent. Inter-air, hopefully enough. 3 cheap slots should do the trick, at least in 1v1. Artillery very decent, and air not too great. So let's start with the infantry tab. You get cheap and bad Ersatztruppen, and they suffer a lot from the fallback nerf. You get the Kosaken Pioneer that you also get in 716th Infantry, and before that only in Rösselsprung. Quite an interesting unit with Geballte Ladung, 8 men, not too shabby for 15 points and not disheartened. And you get availability ain't that great, but still it's very interesting. 15th wave Grenadier card. Then you get Grenadier Panzerfaust. You get a Pioneer Führer. You get a Panzergrandführer with a Panzerfaust. And that's an interesting leader because you can get it in some unicorn vehicles like the SDKZ 25110. That's basically a PAK 3536. And you get 65mm penetration for that for just 10 points. That's pretty cool. Or you can go for something more expensive where you get less penetration though, 10mm less penetration, but you get better HE. And an MG. And then you've got 2 cards of Sturm Pioneer, base lock to A and B. A Grandführer, 2 cards of Pioneers, they are not so good I think in the current meta. And then you get a Panzergrandführer with smoke. It can also come in those interesting units. And there's the first new unit, and that's a Panzergrand G43. I couldn't find it in the armory. So basically instead of shitty rifles you get G43 rifles, which is quite nice. You can see the difference here in comparison to the normal Panzergrenadier Panzerfaust in this case, and the damage output is significantly better with the G43. Now the Recon tab, you get the price reduced BMW, A phase and B phase locked. You get the sharpshooter, and it's only one dude, but actually it ain't that bad. Thinking about it, it's only available in Tettau and Toulon so far, because if you compare it to the Aufklärer is 15 points, so 5 points more, and you get 4 on the card unvetted in A phase, and here you get 4 double vetted, and you can maybe kill units at a distance still, and they pretty much both die anyway, so I would definitely take this over the normal Aufklärer. BMW is the fastest unit, so you should bring it with that. Otherwise, you could go for something like the Schwimm MG. But yeah, you should go for speed. That I think. Then you get a new unit, the Aufklärungspanzer 1C. It's a new development. It's up armored. It's got it doesn't have radio, but it has an experimental tank rifle, anti-tank rifle, and 120 rounds per minute. That is quite impressive. Range is only 400 meter, but as a half-track killer, I think this is a very interesting unit. Or in the Yellow Forest, also the wet curve is quite favorable. Very interesting unit. 1 damage only though. That's a bit of a bummer, but it's a new unit. And you've got the Aufklärer, you've got the Spätrupp, and then you've got the SDKFZ 250/8, which is not that uncommon. In A phase only, and you get 2 cards of another new unit, and that's the Aufklärungspanzer 2 Lux. There are 3 divisions, including like Strachwitz, where you get the Lux in the tank tab, but as an Aufklärungstank, this is new. It was supposed to be like the Recon battalion kind of stuff from 1944 onwards, theoretically at least, and in some cases practically. It's fast, it's nice, it's got radio, I love it. Then you get the SPW 234/3, only available in 116th Panzer so far, with a heat shell, 1050 meter range, 8 damage, 100 millimeter penetration, and then the not so good AP shells, but then again also some nice 1.5K range HE shells. Last but not least, then you get the SPW 234/1, so far only available in 116th Panzer and Panzer Lehr. And yeah, range is limited, so you could bring it in A phase, but it's quite costly, I think. Also, if you compare it to the Lux, and the Lux has the same gun, I mean, you pay for the speed, of course, so it could be quite sneaky to get it behind enemy lines or something like that. And then you get an Aufklärungspanzer 4J. Lots of really cool options here. In the tank tab you get another new unit, and that is the Panzer II Lux Führer. It's a potential A phase leader. That also looks pretty damn cool. You get a Panzer 4G. I think this is the one where the turret turns slower. And the Panzer 4H. 3 cards, and the Panzer 4Hs you can also bring in C phase. You get 2 cards of Panzer 4H Führers that can't come in C phase though, and then you get a card of Tigers, double vet, so you get 2 only in B phase, and they are supposed to represent 2 Tigers that actually fought and held off the French advanced force from Deuxième Blindé for an entire day. Just 2 tanks. And you get Feldgendarmerie, not a very good unit, still not very good. Availability is abysmal as well. And yeah, you don't have many disheartened infantry anyway. You do get a Flamer, nice. Flammenpanzer as well. Range obviously ain't great. You get an MG34 card and 2 MG42 cards. 2 Opel Blitz. The Grille, A and B phase locked, and as your commander options you've got the bike, the SDKFZ and the Panzer 4H, but you only have 4 slots that are very viable. Anti-tank, you've got the Panzerschreck, you've got the Panzerjäger 35RF with Pak 36 mounted on top, and that usually trades up quite nicely. Then you get a Marder 3 F22, so basically it's a Frankenstein unit, because I think the F22, like this, the Soviet F22 on top of a that it's Panzer 3 chassis, presumably. It's only available in 116th Panzer so far. 2 cards of Pak 40, don't forget to change it to the Opel Blitz, because there's no point in bringing it in the slower truck. And the outdated Stück 3 F8, another AT option. You don't have a Stück in the tank tab, but here you've got like a slightly worse Stück, basically. And then you get 2 cards of Jagdpanzers as well, which is really nice, and they can also come in sea phase. Anti-air. You get the Flak 38 20mm, not very good, and it can't come in an AA piece towing it. You get 2 cards of Möbelwagen, which is the Flak 43, so this is quite nice. I love mobile units. And then you get 1 card of Flak Feelings and 2 cards of Flak 37s. A nice 160mm penetration. Artillery tab. You get the Beobachter, the Batterieführer, 3 cards of mortars. You get a captured Sis 3 gun. You get 2 cards of leichte Feldhaubitze. You also get the very good SK-18, very good for counter battery. You can even destroy tanks with it. You get the card of you get an SDKFZ 250/7 and also the variant with an MG that also has way more ammunition, both HE and smoke. You get 2 cards of schwere Feldhaubitze. You get the mobile or the self-propellant variant with the Hummel, also 2 cards. And you get the Beobachtungspanzer 3H, which is a new unit. It's a Panzer 3 with the Kanone 18 172.5mm. That's not new, this off-map type, but the unit ordering the strike is new as such. And yeah, and you can use it as a tank as well. So basically, Panzer 3 is like, what does it cost? 60, 70 points, 70, 50? And then, so it's like 100 points for the off-map, so pretty good. Air tab, you get the Junkers with 450 kg bombs, not so good. Your Recon plane is unfortunately only the Focke-Wulf 190A4, so bad resilience, pretty fast, but availability is also a bit shitty. Fighter options are the Bf-109G2 with a really good availability. You could double vet it, and if you go for it, you should double vet it, I think. And your other option is the Focke-Wulf A8. That is also super fast, has much more killing power, and medium resilience. I think it's better, even though you only get 2 single vetted, but I think it's better, less squishy. Then you get a Junkers Tankbuster cluster plane, and also you get a Focke-Wulf A8 R6 with rockets that can also serve as your fighter plane. So all in all, a really nice versatile division. You do have some 2K AT with the Tiger, and also with the Flak 37. You do have a little bit of 2K HE as well. With the Grille, you have decent infantry. For a Panzer division, it's actually very good. And you have a very interesting Recon tab. So that's gonna be it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Oh no, my favorite unit has to be the Aufklärungspanzer 2 Lux, of course. So let's take a screenshot for the YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.